So in today's episode, we've got 15 scary ghost videos that will keep you wide awake. Stay tuned to the end of the video. And yes, if you don't want to miss our videos, then please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to get notified every time we post a new video. Let's get started. Number 15. Our first scary video comes from the channel, The New Reality Paranormal. The uploader visited an abandoned farmhouse. It may be difficult to believe, but something strange occurred during that clip. Adjusting the brightness could reveal something unusual.
I'm in the other room. Get out of here, woman's voice.
You heard that, right?
I heard that loud and clear.
Let's go in here, dude.
Not safe.
Woman's voice. Try another male voice. Jesus. Woman's voice. Please go. Woman's voice. Steven is here. Who's Steven? Another guy. Guy. This place is haunted. Something cold is touching my knee right now. You got me. Woman's voice.
It was worth noting that the ghostly apparition moved shortly after the crew started talking, which could indicate a response to their comments. However, there could also be a simpler interpretation. Number 14. The next video comes from the channel The Haunted Side, Paranormal Investigations. The crew visited a haunted location. Within minutes of entering the room, one of the men noticed a strange symbol on the wall in front of him, which creeped him out.
Who's in here? What is that?
I don't know, but it's on the walls in a couple of spots.
What does that mean? Oh, I'm getting bad.
Anti-prey.
Anti-prey? Does that mean that...
I mean, anti-prey would be a curse?
Yeah. Does that mean that that's not good? Is that bad? Is there something bad here? What was that?
What?
I don't think that was a shadow, but it was on the other side of that window.
Right as I was walking back into the house, I just happened to glance down at the camera's LED screen. I thought I saw some kind of black shadow behind that window, but I didn't even realize until I reviewed the footage that I'd captured probably one of the best shadow figures I've ever seen. And here's where it gets even more compelling. This is the shot from the camera that was sitting inside of that room. I'm gonna sync up the audio from this camera to our cameras and show you that there's no explainable reason that something should have been behind that door.
I don't know what it is about that staircase, but it just doesn't feel good. What was that?
What?
I don't think that was a shadow, but it was on the other side of that window.
The device then said anti-prey, which one of the men believed could be a curse. After a few minutes, they noticed a shadow figure on one of their cameras. This was one of the best pieces of paranormal proof they have ever recorded. What are your thoughts? Number 13. The next video was uploaded by a TikTok user, Our Haunted House. The video began with the homeowner recording himself watching TV to see if anything happened. As time passed, the door behind the uploader slowly opened, while the homeowner remained unaware of what was happening directly behind him. From here, the situation became even more terrifying. The video concluded with the uploader lying on the couch, napping as best he could. Before he was startled awake, two scary moments occurred behind him. Unfortunately, the video ended abruptly, leaving it unclear whether the uploader conducted an investigation or simply went back to bed. What do you think? Number 12. The next video was uploaded by a TikTok user, Harry McClary. The uploader shared a series of videos. In the first video, the uploader was relaxing on his bed with his pet dog when he noticed something outside the door. The uploader became curious and investigated what happened. In the second video, the uploader recorded on the staircase after hearing unusual noises. He was scared to walk down, but his curiosity led him to investigate more. In the third and last film, the uploader and his companion stayed still, listening to unusual noises arising from inside the house. There was still no clear explanation for the loud pounding noises. Number 11. The next video comes from the channel Aniette Bennett. The uploader claimed to have witnessed strange and mysterious events in her dining room since moving into her new home. She had learned to live with these events, but decided to set up a video camera to investigate further. The uploader mentioned that the previous owner of the house passed away just 1 year before she moved in. Number 10. The next video was uploaded by a TikTok user, Sammy Guess. The user uploaded 4 videos recently, showcasing some seriously creepy activity.
Are you guys tapping on something out here? No, I thought that was you. Oh, yeah. Wait, shh, shh, shh. Where is it? The shower?
What the hell?
You think you could do it now? No way.
The first video showed the uploader roaming around a dark and eerie room, but something happened shortly after that freaked her out. In the second video, she explained that she was in the room earlier and that the lights weren't working because it was dark outside. She also showed a small pumpkin-shaped object and said it fell to the floor beforehand. However, while filming, something incredibly strange captured her full attention, leaving her totally speechless. In the video, the uploader reported hearing tapping noises in her home. She asked her family if they were making the noises, but they believed she was the source. In the fourth and last video, the uploader sits on the stairs and talks to a spirit who may be living in her house. She asked the spirits if they might slam doors in her house. After a few seconds of stillness, this happened. Observing the uploader's films, it was clear that she was experiencing a peculiar spirit. What are your thoughts on this? Number 9. The next video comes from the channel Battle of Zonkyo. The user uploaded a short clip that will pique anyone's interest, despite its length. The uploader explained that he spotted an animal while filming shots of Dartmoor for a video competition. The uploader claimed that the entity was not rapid, which was true. However, many people believe that this individual captured videographic evidence of the beast of Dadmal's existence. Number 8. This video was uploaded by a TikTok user Pink86. Sandy, a mother, was in Phoenix Children's Hospital in Arizona due to her daughter's illness, which required her to stay for an extended period of time. During this period, something unexpected happened.
Okay, go. Who is it?
It's so weird.
Is it you?
Is it me? It's not me.
It's motion sensor. There's no one over there. Okay, do it one more time.
Do it one more time, please.
Okay. One last time.
You okay? You think math is hard?
Can you flush the water twice for yes? Once for no? Did you see that?
There's definitely somebody there.
Are you our friend?
I know there's someone here, baby.
Are you our friend now?
Does your name start with a A? Does your name start with a B?
I want to do the question ask.
Okay. No.
Your name starts with a B? Is it Brianna?
Brittany. Is your name Brittany?
Is it Bianca?
That's a weird name.
I don't know. It's what
Came to mind?
Yeah.
Bianca? Are you 5? Are you 6? 7?
8.
9? You're 9? You're 9 years old?
Hello? You're 9, correct?
Are you still here?
Did you leave us?
Her daughter started interacting with an invisible presence in the room. This so-called entity, identified as 9-year-old Bianca, reportedly responded to questions from her interlocutor by turning a tap. It was an odd way for her to interact. After what at first seemed like a touching conversation, the mood changed as the outside temperature dropped, and the alleged ghost suddenly stopped communicating. She then decided to have a FaceTime conversation with her father to explain what happened. She asked one last question about its accompaniment. What happened next was exactly what she expected. The ghost immediately answered her earlier question, reaffirming its presence and promised to be with her. At the same time, the faucet stopped suddenly, and a shadow moved in her daughter's direction. While on a video call, her father mentioned that he could hear static interference on the line. After viewing this, someone wrote in the comments area that their niece had the traits mentioned, but had sadly died inside the same hospital, with her organs being donated. Was there any chance that Bianca's spirit had become evil? What do you think? Number 7. The next video comes from the channel Supernatural Ling Yi Kongjian. In this specific video, the user was shown heading to the really scary Huang Hotel in Malaysia. Something happened with one of the teapots almost immediately after the video began, giving the impression that perhaps this YouTuber was not welcome there.
Ah! 我操！啊！他怎么可能会，对吧？啊！我操！啊！哎呦我去你妈的！这玩意儿！啊！我操！啊！我操你妈！啊！啊！我操你妈！什么声音啊？嗯。啊！我操你妈！哎！哎！闪！啊！啊！啊！我操！啊！闪！
After touring one of the hotel's main rooms for a few minutes, the uploader discovered something strange was happening to one of the photos on the wall, right in front of him. Fortunately, the user didn't experience any frightening moments for the next few minutes. Afterwards, he entered another room, where he encountered what appeared to be an apparition of the chef. When he placed his camera on a set of dining chairs and tables, his final interaction with this terrible chef took a somewhat sinister turn. Why was this chef everywhere in the hotel? And what on earth did he want? What do you think? Number 6. The next video was uploaded by a TikTok user, Dark Side of Kyle. The user posted 2 videos, the first of which has Kyle explaining in the description that he wanted to explore an abandoned house he had discovered in an unidentified location in order to record and preserve his findings.
Just got home from work. This needs to stop. I need help, please. to explore it later.
He quickly noticed some odd things happening with the door, all the way at the bottom of the stairs, as he descended down the basement steps. Look closely. He then opened the door, only to be even more perplexed to see that there was nothing at all on the other side. In a subsequent video, Kyle reported that he was alarmed to see this happening at his front door after returning home from work. Nobody knew for sure what was happening with Kyle's house or the abandoned one that was shown in the first video, even to this day. What do you think about it? Number 5. The next video was posted by a TikTok user, CBlueSM. In the 2 recordings, the user appeared to be engaging in some very frightening behavior.
どういうこと?
In the first video, the uploader was shown standing on the exact area he was standing on, listening to the unsettling audio of someone approaching, and holding a blue balloon in his hand. This occurred when he dropped the balloon right in front of him out of pure curiosity. While the majority of people would likely flee in terror, this TikTok user remained completely confused, terrified, and in shock. In the following video, the same TikTok user appeared to be attempting to communicate with a possible spirit in the house, and based on how the video ended, it appeared that it was hurting him. What do you think? Number 4. The next video was posted by the channel Handle Bandle. The user usually posts videos about life hacks, motorcycle reviews, the top work boots, and other topics. It was primarily a lifestyle channel, although for a short while it featured a horror video. Giving some background information for the video, the YouTuber claimed that a family member got in touch with him regarding an incident that occurred in May, just outside of Bend, Oregon.
Sounds right outside the tent. There's someone right outside the tent. What's going on out there?
On his first excursion of the season, a local band member went camping and never came back. His car, camera, and almost everything he owned were discovered at the campsite, including a film of his final moments. His family had requested that anyone with knowledge of his location come forward. Let's watch the footage that this man captured on his camping trip. The man began filming himself inside his tent, while confidently saying that there was someone outside, and that he had been awakened by some unusual noises. Then, a few seconds later, this happened. At this moment, the man took a risk that many others wouldn't dare to take. He stepped outside his tent to look around. Suddenly, something occurred. The man was enveloped in darkness, and the air was frigid. The man in the video, Jeff Kessler, had not been seen or heard from since the video was filmed, according to the uploader. Number 3. This next video comes from the channel We Do It Outdoors. In Ohio, the channel's owner visited a salt fog forest. The video's uploader opened it with some strange and unsettling footprints in the snow, suggesting that someone, or perhaps something, had just visited the region.
A boot print right here. And look at this monster print. Look at them toes. You can see how deep down that heel goes. Look at that thing. Compared to my foot. And there is tracks everywhere. They go all the way down through here. Look at the size of these things. They go all the way back through there. They're going up in that trail. This one is definitely a major crossing through here. They've got a path that goes all the way down back into there and all the way around to that side. So I see these tracks and I stop right here. This is the very first print I saw. I was walking right beside it. I happened to glance down. I just saw all these prints, and you know, I've been seeing, there's deer and rabbit tracks everywhere. Look at all these things. You go all the way up in here. Look at, you can see the toes. Look at the size. That's my little boot. Look at that monster foot. Camera still. Right. Ah, did you hear it? Right back in there. Right back in there. Try to zoom it in a little bit and see. We can't see something moving. You hear it? Oh man, you can hear that perfect. This is creepy out here by myself. I'm probably 3 miles away from my truck, out in the middle of Salt Fork.
After a few minutes, the man shooting stopped, and all of a sudden you could hear something ominous in the background. Sadly, nothing extremely significant occurred in the remainder of the film, but those 2 bits of information were sufficient to convince some people that Bigfoot might exist. It was easy to understand why the footprints at the beginning of the video appeared to be fairly large, and why the growling that was later audible seemed to belong to a monster of some kind. What do you think? Number 2. This next video was uploaded by the channel Devil's Hour Productions. In the aforementioned clip, the group traveled to the William H. Davis residence in San Diego, California. It turned out to be one of the creepiest places in the United States to explore, as you'll soon discover. In one part of the house, there was a humming sound that sounded like a female voice. Check out this eerie audio clip. However, what comes next might be one of the scariest things you've seen in a long time. One of the team members felt a strong paranormal presence next to him, and it was obvious that this was making him uncomfortable.
I heard it. Something mold was outside.
That was in here.
It was in here. Was that a mold?
I don't know if that was a moan or someone singing like this.
Sounded like singing.
And it's even.
And
It's even.
and
It's.
I need to sit down. God. Something's in me.
Oh, man.
You alright?
By the name of Jesus Christ, I command all evil and negative spirits to leave Eric now.
The following events could only be characterized as extremely surprising. For most individuals, being knocked unconscious by a paranormal entity would be reason enough to leave the location as soon as they regain consciousness. Nevertheless, the individuals continued, which is amazing. Eventually, a crew member named Dante paused and snapped a few pictures in the creepy and dark region of the house. Some huge shadows appeared in the pictures, were some huge shadows that appeared to be towering over some parts of the walls and doors. There was no light source nearby that might cause their shadows to be projected onto the walls. The investigators argue that these were not their shadows. Surprisingly, there were shadows projected on the walls, even though none should be present. What do you think? Number 1. Our final scary video was shared by a Reddit user, Ramicot0820. The uploader stated that he purchased the camera because his home was experiencing a lot of paranormal activity. He couldn't sleep in the dark in the house. Therefore, in this video, he was sleeping with the television on. He continued by saying that he was the only person in the house when the ensuing video was taken. So let's check what's bugging him right away. It's possible that you missed the first eerie event that occurred. It appeared that the user's starway had been unexpectedly visited. Did you witness it? Look over there once more. A few seconds later, the hazy ghost figure reappeared. However, what happened a few seconds later was far scarier. Look at this. This final sighting of the ghostly apparition appeared clear as day. It appeared as though a ghostly person was passing by right outside the uploader's door. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below.